It's been a minute. It's been over a year since I posted my last video, and that was just a class project. It's been almost 2 years since I posted my last reviews video, and a lot has changed since then. I decided that I wanted to get back into making YouTube videos this summer, and so here we go. This is the first one. This is a video where I'm just going to be kind of explaining what I'm going to be doing to stimulate my brain this summer, because I realized last summer I spent so much time doom scrolling and I don't want to do that again. So this is just a list of what I'm going to be doing this summer to stop myself from doom scrolling and to keep my mind active and stimulated for the next 14 or 16 weeks. First things first, I wanted to give everyone a little bit of a life update. I know most people who subscribe to this channel know me in real life, but I thought it would be nice to do anyway. So I just finished my sophomore year of college. This is the house that I'm staying in for college. I've officially moved out of my parents' house. I've changed my major from filmmaking to a major through the individualized program at my school. And now my major is film adaptations of literature, which is really exciting. I think it's what I've always dreamed of doing. I just didn't know that I could do it in college. So I'm really excited to start that journey this fall in my new major officially. Now onto the list of ways I'm going to stimulate my mind this summer. So the first thing I've got on here, this list I have next to me, is reading. So I have a long TBR. Basically every book in my room that I haven't read is on my TBR, but my big goal for this summer is to start and finish an entire series. Now, I do not like fantasy, and I feel like that's like the big series kind of thing that a lot of people, at least my age or in my peer group, are reading, but I tried reading ACOTAR last year. I couldn't do it. I had to DNF the second book, so I wanted to find a series that wasn't fantasy and wasn't necessarily sci-fi either, because I do like sci-fi quite a bit more than I like fantasy, but not enough to want to dedicate my entire summer to reading fantasy or sci-fi. So the series I decided I was going to take on this summer is called the Deptford Trilogy by Robertson Davies. He was a Canadian author, and this trilogy is just the story of a series of events that happen in this town following the return of a soldier from World War I. And I thought it just sounded super interesting because it's like the butterfly effect, kind of, just the way certain decisions affect everyone in the town. So I hope to update the channel as I'm reading this and give reviews as I go along, because at the end of the day, that's what this channel is. It is a reviews channel. So I'll give reviews of the books as I go along. I'm going to try as hard as I can to read the entire series over the summer. My summer for my college is 14 weeks long, so hopefully I can get through 3 books in that time. I think I'll be able to. I'm also planning on doing a tier list at the end of the summer, ranking every book I read over the summer. And also I want to do another tier list video of ranking all the books I read either this past school year or this past semester, because I didn't read a ton first semester. So we'll see. Whatever I decide, I want to do more. The second thing on my list is crafts. Me and my friend went to Hobby Lobby a couple weeks ago, and I know we should not support Hobby Lobby, but we got these beads, which are so cute, and these are even cuter. You're not even ready. They're little pink and red and white apples, and my friend has already been making a ton of bracelets and hair charms and necklaces, so I hope to meet up with her sometime in the coming week and do something with my beads. I think I got some earring making supplies, so I might make some little apple earrings and maybe a bracelet too. We'll see. And then over spring break, I got this awesome book of like thousands and thousands of things to cut out and collage, because I've been really into collaging over the past year. And I mean, I've already been using it. I've already cut out quite a few pictures because I've been making graduation gifts for all the seniors I know, which is really upsetting. Seniors should never graduate. People should never leave me. But I am so proud of all the seniors in my life and how they're all moving on to greater things, but it is really sad when they leave. So yeah, I'm hoping to do a lot of crafting because I've realized that artistic pursuits are just always going to be my favorite things. I've always been a really left-brained person. I believe the right-brained. I'm a right-brained person. I'm very creative, and I've discovered, especially this past week as I've been doing my final assignments and projects and tests, that I need to be doing something creative or I am gonna burn out and not want to do work ever again. So hopefully I can stay crafting and keep my mind activated this summer. The third thing on my list is school. To graduate, I need a certain number of credits within the college that I'm in. So I need to take a credit for diversity in the US, and so this summer I'm taking an anthropology class, which I'm actually really excited about. I think it'll be really interesting. It's called interpersonal communication, and I really don't know what we're going to be learning. I mean, obviously the way people communicate with each other, but I don't know exactly what we're going to cover, so I'm really excited. Maybe I'll talk about it more on the channel. Let me know in the comments if you want me to talk about it. And then my other thing I'm doing this summer is I study Russian. It's my minor. If you want to watch my film that I made freshman year that's completely in Russian, it's on the channel. So I have this book of short stories in Russian that I worked on last summer with my tutor. I only got through the first story, but I feel like my language has improved so much this year. I want to get through more of the book because I'm only a little bit of the way through. And then my big goal for the summer is to read this entire book. This is one of my favorite books from when I was little. It's called My Father's Dragon, and in Russian it's called Papin Drakon, which basically means Dad's Dragon, My Father's Dragon. And I have started it with my tutor. We read the first 11 pages, and it's not easy. I'll say that much. It is not easy. Even though it's a children's book, there's a lot of room for me to grow. But I am confident that I can get through it. It's really short. Let's see. Less than 100 pages. And I'm already on page 11, so I plan on meeting with my tutor a couple times every other week or so during the summer while he's in town. So hopefully we can work on this and finish it together. Also, to practice language, I used to use Duolingo, but they recently switched to being a like AI forward company, and they fired a lot of their workers and replaced them with AI. So I decided to stop supporting them because I try to use AI as little as possible in my life. Being a creative, I don't want to use AI ever, and it's partially taking away from stuff I want to do in my future career, like filmmaking. There's a lot of AI being used, and I don't like that. So I'm not going to support companies that use AI. So I started this app called Mango, and I placed into their like chapter 3 of Russian. So I'm really excited to keep working on that. It's a really well set up app, and I really like it. So hopefully I can keep working on that, improve my Russian over the summer, and come back in the fall ready to learn even more. The fourth thing on my list is writing. As many of you know, I want to be a screenwriter. I want to adapt books to movies, and I also want to work on my own original projects. This past semester, I took a creative writing class, and I felt like I grew as a writer more than I ever have before when I've been writing, so I definitely want to keep writing, keep practicing, tweak the story I wrote this past semester if I want to. I'm gonna send it to a bunch of my friends and have them read it and see what they think about it. But yeah, I want to try to write as often as I can when I find the time, when I'm not working or doing school or doing this, but just writing as often as possible because it always helps to practice. The next thing on my list is exercise. I think my mental health has really improved since I've started exercising. I started exercising a lot more this semester, and I've really been keeping on top of it this past month or so. I have my awesome peachy orange yoga mat that I love, and it's got this awesome little strap that I don't really use enough. But I do yoga, Pilates, and I've just started incorporating cardio. I hate running, so anything to keep me away from running, but I like doing dance workouts. I really like Pilates and yoga by Boho Beautiful Yoga, who's on YouTube. She's really great. I call her the Pilates wizard because she does things with her body that I have truly never seen a human do before. So if you're interested in Pilates or yoga, you should definitely check her out because she's amazing. And I have never been more sore in my life. But I've felt myself get a lot happier and feel generally more joyful on the mornings where I work out, so I'm definitely going to keep doing that. I also will have my bike with me this summer, so I'll be able to exercise using that, biking to and from work, biking around town, because the town where I live is extremely hilly, so biking is a workout no matter what. If you want a casual bike ride, do not bike in my town. And then also walking. I don't have a car, so I walk everywhere. During the school year, I was getting 3 to 5 miles per day, and I'm hoping to keep it near that this summer, although I know I'm not going to be walking quite as far. But yeah, just keeping myself active really has improved my mental health this semester, so I want to keep that up. The next thing on my list is traveling. My family isn't taking any big trip this summer, which is totally fine by me. It lets me stay in town and work more and have more time to hang out with my friends and whatnot. But I'm planning on doing several small trips this summer. Me and my boyfriend are planning to go to Chicago because he's never been, and I was born there. A lot of my extended family lives up there, so we're planning on staying with my grandma and taking a train into the city at some point this summer. I might vlog that trip. I don't know yet. We'll see. But I'm really excited to get to go to Chicago and have kind of like a grown-up trip. I've never really done that before. We went to New York when we were freshmen through our college and the dorm that we lived in, but even still, that was kind of supervised, so it'll be really interesting to take a trip with no supervision, no one telling us what to do. It'll be interesting, and I think it'll be really fun. And then we're also probably going to go back to his hometown a couple of times in the summer just to visit his family, to see the sights. We'll also probably go to Louisville. I really want to go to the Louisville Zoo because if you don't know, my favorite animal is an orangutan. I have about 5 orangutan plushes, and I'm just obsessed with them. And they have the pointing orangutan from TikTok at the Louisville Zoo, and I really want to go and I really want to meet her and point at her. So hopefully we get to do that. I will definitely post if if I get to visit Amber and I get to see her point. That'll be really special. And then other than that, I don't know if I'll do any more traveling this summer. Maybe going up to Indianapolis a couple of times, just small little day trips or something, but nothing huge, no out of the country, not very far out of state, nothing crazy. Another thing I want to do is I got a Switch this past year. I got it on eBay for relatively cheap, which was great. And I had some friends try to tell me not to get the Switch 1 because they knew the Switch 2 was going to come out soon, but I really don't care. So I just got the Switch 1 because all I wanted to do was play Stardew Valley. And so I want to keep working on my Stardew Valley farm this summer, and I want to get Animal Crossing. That's a game I've always wanted but just never have gotten. Partially because it's so expensive, partially because I didn't really have the time to play it. But I also have a projector at my house, and I really want to hook up my Switch to the projector and project my Animal Crossing on the wall. I think it would be awesome. So yeah, I want to build an Animal Crossing island this summer. I want to see if I can finish Stardew Valley. I've had a really hard time. I'm like kind of stuck right now with my farm, but I will keep trying. I will keep pushing. I just like interacting with people too much. I don't really want to farm in Stardew Valley, but I do want to finish the game and get that achievement under my belt. So we'll see if that happens or not. And then the very last way I'm going to stimulate my mind this summer is I'm going to hang out with my friends. I have a lot of my friends staying in town this summer, which is really exciting because last summer it was mostly just me and my coworkers. Most of my college friends went home, and I live in the same town that I go to college in. So it was really hard last year because so many of my friends were from out of state or just out of my city. So it was hard. I felt kind of alone last summer, aside from my coworkers who are amazing. But I'm really excited to have a much larger majority of my friends in town this summer and lots of people I can hang out with and talk to. And the best part about my friends is that we're all different people and we all have different views and we all have different backgrounds. So obviously it's going to stimulate my mind because I'm going to be learning things from all sorts of different perspectives. So that'll be really fun. So yeah, that's my list of things I'm planning on doing this summer to keep my brain moving and to stop me from doom scrolling on Instagram and TikTok. Another thing I've implemented in the past semester to keep me from doom scrolling is this awesome app called OneSec that my friend Cam introduced me to. It's an app that you can connect to certain apps on your phone. I have mine connected to Instagram and TikTok because those were the two apps I would doom scroll on the most. And once you try to open the app, it'll take you to the OneSec app and it'll say, you've tried to open Instagram 24 times today. And you can choose continue to Instagram or take me away from Instagram. And I have gotten my Instagram usage down from 30 attempts to open the app per day to sometimes I can get it down to 2. Usually it's about 5 or 6 per day. And I'm not on it for more than 20 minutes at a time usually, which is really exciting because I used to spend so much time on Instagram. Like I knew it was bad, but I couldn't stop myself. It was so addictive. I loved Instagram Reels so much, but it has helped me so much. I'm on my phone so much less. My screen time has been going down and down the whole semester. And I'm just really proud of myself for stopping the doom scroll. But I knew that when summer hit, I would probably start it up again. So that's part of the reason why I made this video. I'm gonna hold myself accountable. I want to post maybe weekly or bi-weekly updates. I don't know if I'll have enough to update people on every single week, but I do want to, keep myself accountable, keep doing this, not necessarily challenge, but keep this mindset for the whole summer so that I don't get lost in, the doom scroll of it all. So yeah, those are my plans for the summer. Comment down below your plans for the summer if you want to. I realize also I didn't say that I'm going to be watching and reviewing any movies this summer. I probably will. It's just really hard for me to get to the movie theater in my town right now because it is so far away from my house, and neither I or my boyfriend has a car, and he's usually the person I see movies with, so I've mostly been watching movies on streaming. So if I watch any movies on streaming, I might rate them on here, I might not. We'll see. But thank you guys so much for watching. I missed you. I honestly have missed making videos. I've just not had the time because I've been so busy with college, but this summer I should have more time. I want to stay on top of it. I want to make videos. And let's say subscriber goal for the summer, 100 subscribers. I know I have 41 right now, so hit that subscribe, hit that bell if you want. And thank you for watching. Bye.